What's going on, everybody? My name is Tamar Turner, and I'm the host of the Down to Business podcast, where the mission is to really provide exposure to businesses, entrepreneurs, and artists all around the world in their respective crafts. And we do so through audio and visual interviews where we come on and we talk about all things from getting into the business to most memorable moments to even some advice that you may give for other business owners and entrepreneurs out there. So if this sounds like something that you would be interested in, we'd love to have you on for an interview. Please be sure to reach out via any social media platform and we'll definitely get back to you. But until then, enjoy this episode. And I want to welcome everybody back to yet again another episode of the Down to Business podcast here with Tamar Turner. And man, we are just flying through the episodes, flying through the series, flying through the months, flying through the days. Everything is just moving so fast. Everything is just moving so fast. We just elected a new president. It's really just been a lot going on. But nonetheless, I do still hope everybody is continuing to stay safe out there, continuing to stay sane, continuing to just do you. Just hone in on your craft, hone in on whatever it is, school, work, family, personal, whatever the case may be. And man, I'm really just excited to be sitting down with one of my boys who I really grew up with. It started as baseball, just youth league kind of baseball. We grew up together. He was actually my pitcher eventually, and we did some work, man. My man Zay was really nasty on the mound, and he did his thing, everything. But it's really just been amazing to be able to watch him grow, just be able to watch him take on different ventures, be able to watch him travel, be able to really just do his thing and still nonetheless make an impact on others. Like I said, he did a lot with the baseball. My man is legit, but it's really just been amazing just to really see his journey thus far, and I'm really excited for what is to come. So before we get into everything, Zay, how you doing today, bro?
I'm great, you?
I'm good, bro. I can never, ever complain. God is always good. So can you just tell us, I don't want to spoil it. I kind of want to let you do it. Can you just tell us a little bit about what brought you on the podcast besides me asking you to be on here? But can you just tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do, bro?
Basically, what I started was a little detailing business that actually blew up into a big thing in the city. I started off just like working a regular job like everyone else, basically a day job, you could say, and got tired of it and wanted to try something new. But really, my business started itself because of the people that I have around me and a lot of supporters, family, and things like that. So that basically touched base on the main part about me, you could say.
Okay, so the main part. So I like what you said when you basically said the support system that you have, the people around you. And I definitely think that I'm a testament to that. I was able to see that just how, like you said, I remember when you really first started, when you really didn't even make the separate page, when you really weren't producing as much content as you are now, but really just to see everything that you were doing from your personal page and really just, I was like, Dad, he's really doing his thing though. He's really taking off. A lot of people are kind of coming to him, leaving good reviews and everything like that. So in the beginning, what was really the motivation? I know you said you were really tired of working the 9 to 5, the day job as you call it, but was there any other motivation behind you wanting to do car detailing? Was it just something that maybe you were washing your car one day or you got tired of taking your car to other places and you just said, hey, let me just start this in home and really just see what happens?
So basically, what happened was, I like to clean my car. I like my car cleaned a certain way. And I wasn't getting that from places where you would go to in the city, like different places you would go to. I wouldn't get my car cleaned. And if I wanted it clean the way I wanted it clean, I would have to pay $300 and stuff like this for all of the extra stuff. So basically, I know how it felt for people that wanted their car clean, how they wanted it clean and stuff like that. So that's what really motivated me to get on. And another thing that also motivated me too was I wanted to be able to do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it.
Man, I'm going to clap 3 times for that just because I can't agree more. I definitely think that with doing this, with growing up, with working other jobs, with working for other people, with kind of, in a sense, progressing somebody else's vision, you always just have that thought in the back of your mind, well, dad, what if I really take matters into my own hands? What if I really just wake up one day and I don't really have to I can do whatever I want. I can open my laptop or I can go get some supplies today, or I can detail some cars, or I can set some appointments, or I can not set some appointments, take the day off today and be good rather than that 9 to 5. You punching the clock 9 times out of 10 that Monday through Friday. So, okay, I get that. And I like that a lot. Now, before we kind of get into too much, I just want to give everybody kind of the brief just because I don't think we hit it just yet. But Isaiah's detailing service is called Zetailed. And I pronounced that right, bro?
Yes.
Bet, bet. So, can I just ask you, what would you say differentiates you from the average car wash? From the, yes, I can easily just wake up and wrap around the corner and maybe take my car to the gas station, or maybe I have a membership that I pay $25 a month for unlimited washes, whatever the case may be. But if I'm coming to Zay, if I'm shopping with Detailed, if I'm bringing my car to you, what differentiates you when it comes to service, when it comes to just the work that you do for people?
Basically, I can say I treat every car like it's my car. No car gets left out. And when I clean a car, honestly, I make sure it's clean too. It has to be like a certain thing that just makes the car, it makes you want to love your car again. Like, I want to bring your car back to life again. Like, your car's dirty and you come to me and you're like, oh well, yeah, can you clean this for me? And when people always get their car back, they, oh my goodness, this is amazing. Like, this is an amazing job that you did. Like, smiles, big smiles, because I love to smile. I love to see people smile. So that's what really makes me different from everyone else. Like, things like that. And when I clean a car, if you could, let's say you could take your car to a gas station over somewhere in where you live. When you come out, your car doesn't dry, things like that. Like, there's little things that you say, oh, I just paid this money for, and it's like, well, my car didn't come out how I expected it. It's just a quick wash. It's not a hand wash like that. Those, they can damage your car. They can do so much things to your car. It's a handful of things that it's just a whole lot. And what makes me different is I really take care of your car. I treat it like it's my own. Like, I make sure that the car is the way it was when you got the car. Basically, you could say that.
He's not lying, folks. I definitely will say, just from the videos that I've seen, and just from even when I was in Philadelphia and when I was able to kind of see him get started and some of the work that he was doing, I pulled up on him a couple of times, even after, or testimonials, or just seeing people tag him and stuff. And it's just like, wow, you wouldn't expect that. Like you said, you can definitely tell that you take your time with everything. You definitely are intricate. You are very detailed with it, or detailed, as we should say. So I do like that a lot. Now, I remember kind of when you first started, like how you were kind of just more so just focusing on the washing, the cleaning, the vacuuming, the insides, the detail and everything. But now I see that you've moved to just so many different things. I remember I even hit you up about some headlight restoration. I know you do some things with brake pads and coloring
Hmm.
and mirrors and stuff. So what really has allowed you to grow like this? Is this stuff that you just kind of take on your own? Is somebody else kind of just teaching you these skills, or these things that you're kind of just learning? What really is the motivation for you wanting to constantly evolve and just offer new services?
All right, we can compare it to clothes. I'm gonna put it like this because it's a simple, easy way. You see how when clothing brands, they have their clothes that they haven't released yet, or you can even say with music, rappers have albums and things like that that they haven't released yet. So with me, I've been doing this stuff to my cars a long time, like the caliber paintings, the rim paintings, a bunch of other things too that I don't want to talk about yet because I haven't released, like, I haven't told people that I'm starting to do that, but like, I have a lot of talents when it comes to the cars, and that's really what I want to like start doing. And every time I try to spice up the Zetail a little bit, I try to like keep everyone's attention. It's like dropping clothes or dropping music. It's pulling everyone back in with something new every time. Like, I'm not just a basic detail. Like, Zetail can go into caliber painting. Zetail can go into etc. It's just a lot that I don't want to talk about, but I have a lot in store for everyone.
Oh, no, for sure. You can't give them too much too soon. And I'm definitely excited for it, just to see it myself, and really just to look at the journey. Like I said, I remember when you first started, and when you were kind of just not even, like I said, you didn't even really make the separate page. You were really just all on your page, just posting, just, hey,
Correct.
taking appointments today, this and that. And then, like you said, just due to the support, due to just the work that you do. So I think it speaks a lot to your caliber. You are where you are right now. So I like that a lot. And I remember even hitting you up sometimes, like whether it be just commenting on your IG or texting you like, Zay, I know them people ain't let their car get like that. You really cleaned that, bro.
Yeah.
You really did that, bro. And he just like, yeah, man,
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing. So now y'all would definitely surprise. But like he said, he does still have a lot coming in store. So I definitely do like that. So for what you can disclose for us, for what you kind of can or want to reveal right now, what would you say has really been your shining moment when it comes to Zetailed? And when I say shining, I really mean like, okay, you really realize, okay, this is really what I want to do. This is what I really like. Like, the people are really what's keeping me going. If anything, I kind of want to be as creative as possible. I want to kind of dive into more. I want to produce more content. I want to show people this is really what I can do, and then some.
I would definitely have to say when Uzi car came to me, when he had one of his cars come to me, his Audi R8. And I would say that because when that car came to me, it was different. It was just like I looked at the car, it was different. The wrap that was on the car, how clean it was, the rims, the color on the paint. It was just everything was just so different, and it really motivated me to want to do a lot of things differently and want to take Zetail to the next level. And Zetail, I can tell you all right now, will be at the next level, and it will be soon, really soon.
All right, y'all heard it here first, or and for those of y'all who probably heard it word of mouth too. It's gonna be at the next level, and I really have no doubt about that. But okay, I want to circle back a little bit to for everybody out there who may not have caught that or who may not have heard everything in depth. But yeah, Zay said that little Uzi Vert basically he was able to come back to Philly, and Zay was able to not only meet him and kind of just interact with him, but also able to detail his car, which is also on his page, on his personal page and stuff like that. So just for the people out there who may not really know, can you just give us a little, and you don't really got to go crazy into it, but can you just give us a little insight about what that interaction was like, what that experience was like for you? Like you said, you already were looking at it differently. You already kind of knew you had to put some different work into it. It made you kind of treat it and approach it differently. But what was it really like saying, wow, I got Uzi right here supporting my business, making it happen, and then further helping you further by promoting what you did in the work?
All right, I can say, well, he's definitely my favorite rapper out. Everyone that knows me knows he's been my favorite rapper since forever. When I got the connection, well, actually, shout out to Shire. I got a phone call and he was like, "Yo, I'm in Vert Will right now. What you doing?" Because everyone, like, no matter how long you knew me or anything, is Zay loves Uzi. It's the first thing you could probably know about me. So he gave me that phone call, and I was just like, this could be a break for me if I can detail his car. This could be a big break for me. And so I told him, I said, "Yo, tell him to pull it up and let me clean it." He was like, "It is a little dirty and dusty and everything." So he pulled it up. He came with a friend, and that was just like mind blowing. And that was just that. I cleaned the car and everything. He left, things like that. And a few weeks later, I actually got to chill with him. We all got to chill and everything. But when I could say Uzi he's a regular guy. Like, people don't understand that, but he's a regular guy, and that's like that's what makes him so cool because he's cool. Like, I don't know how to put it. It's just what people see and how he actually is totally different. But like, definitely people know who knows him and who see him a lot knows he's really cool. Like, when he came up to me, he's like, "Yo, bro, what's up?" Funny story is too that he actually got mad at me. He was like, "Yo, why you telling me to say what's up to the gram? Why you not like using me to promote your business and everything?" And that's where I really like that's where he really gained my respect, when he actually told me that. Like, he got mad at me and really told me like, "Bro, why you not using me to promote your business and make your stuff go up bigger and things like that?" So it's basically that is what I could say.
Oh, that's dope. For sure. Well, I mean, not dope that he got mad at you, but dope for the purpose behind it. Because, I mean, it's not many times that, for one, not many people are allotted that opportunity to just be able to interact with not only like celebrities and not only artists, but our favorite, the ones who we kind of grew up on, the ones who have kind of helped
Mm-hmm.
us get through things, who tell stories. And yeah, if it's anybody who can attest to it, I definitely know it for sure. Zay, he loves Uzi. That's why we call him Zaytoven. I mean, the name on this call right now is, you see Tamar Turner, and then right below me is Zaytoven. So that's what he's just always just been in the music, but particularly Uzi and everything. But no, I definitely think that that's cool. For one, it just makes me think about too how a lot of these times these celebrities, these artists, whatever, athletes, they portray a certain persona, or we just kind of look at maybe their social media presence or what they're doing out in the media
Yeah.
or whatever, and we think, oh wow, that's really who they are, that's really like da da da. But little do they know, like the same way a lot of us can kind of post like, oh well, don't take my social media serious, or this is all just games and jokes. Well, I'm sure artists and everybody else, they feel the same exact way. So the fact that you were able to really have a genuine conversation with him, the fact that he was able to give you some value and do that for you, I think that's really dope. And yeah, I tell people all the time, I've never met Uzi personally, but just in looking at him, yeah, you could tell like he definitely does love cameras, loves performing, loves the show. But in the end, a regular Philly dude. Like that's just how
Yeah.
we are. Like they gonna be just genuine, down to earth, and everything like that. So the good ones. But no, I definitely do think that I love that he put a different perspective on you. And I love that he kind of switched your focus a little bit. And yeah, I mean, it's surreal. Like, yeah, who wouldn't want to say, yo, Uzi, say what's up to the gram? Da, 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 da. Nobody thinking in their right mind. Yo, let me business. It's Zetail. Let me get, nah, this Uzi right in front of you. It's my favorite artist. Like this
Hmm.
really, so that was crazy. But no, I definitely do the love that you were able to get that experience and love that you were kind of able to meet him. So now with just looking at all the work that you do and everything that you're kind of trying to do moving forward, how do you kind of do scheduling? Like, do you, being that you're kind of in a sense, no, not even in a sense, you're a business owner. This is what you do. You don't work a 9 to 5. You don't really have your own day job. You literally make your own schedule. What does that look like for you? Like, do you have a set schedule by week? Does it depend by the day? What is that really? How do you operate?
So basically, my schedule is, I would say, every Tuesday to Sunday. Well, actually, I'm starting to inch Sundays out because of the flag football thing that I've been doing lately. But I would say Tuesday to Saturdays, because Saturdays are like my main days that I get the most clients, and I'm like always backed up. But like other than that, if I want an off day, I take an off day, or if I want to go on vacation and take a trip, I take a trip. Basically, it's that simple. I take everything off the schedule, close the schedules out, and go. Just get up and go.
And man, that sounds like the life. Like you said, just being able to pop up, pop out, do whatever, whenever you want. So I really like that. So just for me, just for everybody out there listening, is there a lot of equipment? Is there a lot of like procedures and everything that kind of goes into the detailing, especially with you? Like, is this something where you work out of a set location? Do you travel to people? Do they kind of come to you? What is, and does it really entail like a lot? Like I know I see a lot of people who kind of do the detailing and they have the whole shebang. They pull up with the van, with the generator and the pressure washer and all different types of everything like that. What does your setup kind of look like for Zetail?
Basically, I have the three main things that you need, and then I have my extras. So my three main things are my water supply, my vacuum, and my brushes. Now my brushes can vary from a drill brush that I use to get stains and things like that. It can go from a duster brush. It can go from a brush that I use to get cracks. It can go from a brush to get like gum out. It can go for a lot of things. And I would say like those are the main things. Then you have your chemicals that you have to buy, and then you have all of your little. Everyone has their own kick to it, basically. I could say even with the vans have to have those three main things, and then they have their own kick. And then shops, they have their three main things. They have their own little kicks. You need some places use tools too because they want to like take the car apart and actually do things like that. And one thing I can say is once I get my shop, Zetail will be doing that. We will be taking out your seats and making sure that your seats and under your seats is perfectly clean. Not to say that I don't do that now, but taking out the seats is a lot of work. So that's something that you need to shop for and things like that. Like my location currently, I don't take out the seats. I mean, I get under the seats and in between everything, I get everything fine, but it will make it a lot easier once I start taking out seats and everything. So things like that are like, you could say the basic tools that you need for detailing and stuff like that. And then I'll have my other things. And once everything comes into play, everyone will see. So just stay patient for that.
I like that you kind of dropping a lot of like hints or like spoilers, but you're not really giving us too much. It's almost kind of amping me up a little bit, but I think everybody kind of listening, it'll actually make them follow your journey even more and really stay tuned. So originally I had another question coming back on, but you said shop. So I really kind of I want to hit that right now. And you may not even really be able to go into too much detail. That's cool too. But okay, so Zaytoven, Zetail, all of that, we're looking to get a shop. So is this something where you're looking to be located where you are right now? So in Philadelphia, is this something where you're looking to kind of like branch out? Is this something where you're looking to bring on multiple people? Are you still interested in being that one man band? How is that going to work?
You just hit it all on the spot, basically. So I can say, well, with Zetail, once I start my one location here in Philadelphia, or even wherever I decide to get my shop at, because I've been looking at a few places that I have in mind, a few nice places actually. Probably I'll go to other cities and stuff like that. I want to branch off and eventually have multiple Zetails in different areas. And I travel a lot, so I know places that actually need like Zetails in their cities and stuff like that. So that's one thing I will say about that.
All right now, so all my Philadelphia crowd, y'all look out. But look, he there's no stranger to traveling, and so he was just he's around. So definitely he might be coming to a city, a state, even a country near you. But all right, so we'll double back a little bit to the question that I had beforehand. So now I understand that this was something that you said it really took off for you in these summer months, in these last few months, and with everything kind of going on, especially within the location, and with me not even really knowing too many people who detail. I just saw the support even come to you more, and I was even trying to send some people your way and send them your page and whatever. So now with you being in Philadelphia, with you being up north, with the winter months and the colder months approaching, and people not always really being the first to just wash their car, or with them understanding the snow and just everything that kind of happens, are you nervous, or is there anything that you're kind of looking to do? Do you think Zetail will take a little bit of a hit from clientele with the season switching?
I'm not nervous at all, honestly. Not nervous at all. I feel like that'll be the time where I'll really shine, actually, because when you get out your car, you got the salts, you got everything. Like, you got to be a different kind of person if you can look at your car when it has salt on it and say, "Oh, it's fine." That's what I can say about that.
Okay, not for sure though, but yes. He said you got to be a different type of person. I understand. He's saying, look, if your car is dirty, it's dirty. Come see him. But no, I like that. The very first thing that you said, you're not nervous at all. If anything, you think that this is where you'll shine and stand out more. And I definitely think that this could be even possibly a learning or and a growing experience for you, just because this is your first kind of go around with this season. This is your first kind of go around with clientele in this season, and with everything that you're kind of looking to do expansion wise, and with Philadelphia specifically. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. So with people kind of knowing about how detailing works, with people kind of even maybe experimenting with it, maybe getting their own car detailed, maybe trying to do their own thing just because nobody can clean your car like you truly. Is there anything that you feel like, are there any misconceptions when it comes to getting cars detailed, when it comes to working with people in that regard? Or is there anything that you feel people should know about it that they may not know already?
I mean, everyone knows it. That's what I can say about that. Everyone knows, and it's not hard. It's not rocket science. It's just all about the work that you want to do, honestly, because it's not easy. I can say that for sure. Honestly, it's not at all. But yeah, it's not really anything. It's nothing hard. It's just the work that you want to do and how well you clean, things like that. It's about, yeah. That's basically it, honestly.
And I really think you said it the best kind of towards the end when you said it's just about how well you clean, about the work that you want to do. It's also too about just thinking about that has to really just be like your passion, just something that you want to do, just something that you really kind of want to get into and want to
Exactly.
stick with. Because I mean, and not just with even detailing, but just with a business, just with being an entrepreneur in general, with anything that you kind of start, get involved in, hone in on, or just kind of promote as you got to be passionate about it. You can't just kind of have 50%, and you really got to come in all in, especially if you kind of wanted to replace maybe a job that you have, or supplement maybe some income, or maybe even take care of family, whatever, or just responsibilities, or even be able to travel from it, or really be able to reap the true benefits. It really just has to be a passion. It really just has to be something that you maybe even have to do some research on. You maybe even have to take some L's on. You maybe even have to learn. You maybe even have to get called out. People get mad at you and tell you, hey, why are you not promoting your business the right way? So it's all just a learning experience. It's all just a part of the
Yeah.
curve for sure. But the
Yep.
fact that you can kind of just hone in on it, and the fact that you can get so excited behind it and have so much coming behind it, and just have so many
Yep.
ideas generating, and be looking forward to the season and think that you're going to stand out, that really just is a true testament to your character, is a true testament to the ownership of your business. I like that a lot for sure. So is there anything about now Zetail that you feel like we haven't touched on in this interview that you feel like the people should know, that you kind of can tell us? Because I feel like it's a lot of unknown out there, a lot of things that we just can't really get into right now, which is understandable for sure. The people just going to have to tune in, and maybe even we do a follow-up or sometime like that when I do come to Philly. But is there anything on the immediate surface that you feel like we haven't touched about Zetail that you think that we should?
I feel like we got to enough. We got through everything that's really like the main important things. But yeah, that's what I could say. We got through a lot of the main things. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. And now, just for my personal, and maybe even people listening out there, do you have a particular car brand, or a particular car, SUV, or truck that you just love cleaning?
Of
Or
course,
and even I'll say that, and then I'll ask you the opposite. I'll say, do you have a particular, maybe a brand or model that you just can't stand clean, that it's just too hard? Maybe the rims are just they get real intricate or something like that. Is there anything out there like that for you?
not at all. I mean, car is a car. Every car is different, but it all gets cleaned the same way. So there's nothing really like Nothing really like it. But on the point where you talk about me loving a car to clean, I've actually had to clean Corvette, a Karma. I would say the Corvette was probably my favorite to clean because everyone who knows me knows that I love Corvettes, and yeah, that's about that.
And I'm gonna just tell y'all, I'm gonna say it on here. For the way that Zay drive, for those of y'all who know him, don't know him, that man don't need to be in no Corvettes no time soon. That man he be going crazy on that on that E-way. But nah, but I like that for sure. I see a lot of that too down here in Florida. Just with the, I really was even thinking like, and this is something we can kind of chat offline about too. I was looking. I know you kind of keep up with Justin, who we grew up with and stuff. He does
Yeah,
his thing out
trust
in
me, I already
Miami, but I
know.
really, yeah, I really just feel like, yo, if y'all, or even if you came down here and bought that summer, you could eat out here, bro. It's just so many cars that, and I'm
Mhm.
watching people just pay, like you said, for those washes where it may not be as intricate as detailed as really just, they really just don't take their time for it. Like you said, once it kind of comes out of that tunnel, it's really just it is what it is. Sometimes they just let it air dry. Sometimes they'll put those little towels on it and they just kind of let you go. So that's just kind of some food for thought. And like I said, we can definitely chat offline about that. I love that. So now with Zetail, just with everything that you kind of have been doing with the interaction with Uzi, just with you doing your own thing, with you looking for shops, what would you say really is like do you have any goals that you say you want to knock out by the end of the year? Do you have any even thing that if you could kind of put a bucket list on your business, is there anything that you kind of want to, is there anything that you have on there in the near future that you're working towards currently, or that you're just thinking about that that you're going to get done one way or another?
Definitely getting a shop is number one right now. So like, I'm just trying to find somewhere that feels like home. It has to feel like home because if it doesn't feel like home, then it won't feel right. So I want to find something that feels like home, and once I get that, I can start to really make a bucket list because I know there's plenty of things that I want to do once I get the shop, and there's plenty of things that I'll be able to do once I get a shop, and there will be so much more once the shop comes into play. So that's definitely that.
I love it. I love it a lot. And I didn't, as somebody who kind of just found that out here on the interview, I really love that. Because I mean, I didn't really know which direction you were going to go. And like I said, I've seen some people with the shop, some people kind of do the travel with the van, some people bring on others. And so that kind of, it goes into it that way. But nah, definitely wishing you the best of luck with that, bro. If there's anything that I can do to help you, yeah, definitely never hesitate to ask. But I'm really excited just because I know once you do that, just with all the support that you've received thus far, even without having that shop, having a
Mhm.
set location, maybe if you're having a move, man, it's going to go, like you said, next level very soon. Very, very,
Yes,
very, 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 very soon. So
definitely.
I definitely do encourage everybody out there, whether you be in the Philadelphia area, whether you be traveling, whatever, up north, whatever, check out my boy, check out his page. I'm going to have him drop his socials on here and I'm going to make sure I drop him in the bio too. But definitely just be sure to show him some love. Like he said, he was able to kind of interact with Lil Uzi. That was kind of like a lifelong thing for him. I thought that was so dope. And I feel like that was a turning point for him. It really kind of just shifted his focus, shifted his perspective. And you could even kind of hear that in this interview. So Zay, just before we wrap things up, can you just let everybody know where they can find you? Let everybody know if they were interested in booking an appointment with you, what would be the best way to do that?
So far, right now, basically, I could say the best way to find me is at Zaytoven on Instagram. For Twitter is at IG underscore SIX6. And the Zetail page, it would be at Zetail. So that would be at Zetail. That's about it. And those are basically the main places you can find me at.
And that's just for right now, y'all. But yeah, I'll definitely be sure to drop everything in the bio before we publish this episode. But once again, Zay, I do definitely appreciate you taking the time to sit down with me today, bro. I'm definitely looking forward to everything you got coming, looking back to getting to Philly and linking back up with you and just really hearing about the plans and even kind of just putting some groundwork, making things happen. It's really just been crazy just to see how we started, where we are, and then where we're going to end up, man, and just what we manifest. So like I said, definitely do appreciate you, appreciate everybody out there for continuously showing love. For everybody out there listening who may not be on Instagram, who may not follow us, definitely please be sure to give the podcast page a follow at down the number 2 and then business podcast. Definitely have a lot coming. We're hitting our 1 year anniversary this month. Series 3 is almost complete. So it's just so much. The same way Zay say he has so much coming and so much in the works. Podcast and me, man, we making it happen. So Zay, once again, thank you so much to all the listeners out there. This has been another episode of the Down to Business podcast with Tamar Turner.